this very exciting archaeological update. The site where the Ark of the Covenant was known to have been stored in Israel for 2 decades is about to be excavated for the very first time.
Imagine, a mysterious box was lying closed for thousands of years. People used to say that the power of God himself was locked inside it. It was also heard that whoever tried to touch it did not survive. And when it was finally opened, the scene that came in front of it blew away the senses of everyone present there. Some people stepped back, some started crying out of fear. No one could believe whether what they were seeing was reality or a dream. Was this the same divine power that had saved the entire community centuries ago? Or was there something hidden inside it which the world should never have known? For centuries, there was a war for this box. People's blood was shed, and now, when it was opened, what happened was beyond imagination. Further in this video, we will tell you what was found inside and what the people present there saw that changed their lives forever. So watch the video till the end, because knowing this secret will give you goosebumps. So watch the video till the end, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get such mysterious and shocking videos first. What is Ark of the Covenant? Till now, you must have heard many stories about its name, Ark of the Covenant. That is, the mysterious box which people call the House of God. But what is it actually? Let me explain it to you in very simple language. Actually, this box was a kind of big wooden box which was completely plated with golden metal. It was not just an ordinary box, but it is considered the most sacred thing in Judaism. It is said that it was made by the Israelis about 3,000 years ago. The purpose of making this box was that the presence of God should remain with them all the time. It is said that when the people of Israel were wandering in the forests after getting free from the slavery of Egypt, God himself ordered their prophet Moses to get this box made. And when it was ready, some very special things were kept inside it, like 2 stone tablets on which the 10 Commandments were written, which were given by God himself. Apart from this, some other sacred things were also kept. All these things were a sign for them that God is always with them. Now this ark was not just any ordinary thing. Wherever it went, people believed that God's power was also present there. It is even said that when it was taken to the battlefield, the enemies would surrender automatically. Because of this, the people of Israel always considered themselves safe. People looked at it with such reverence that they purified themselves before going near it, and no one dared to touch it. This ark was not just a wooden box for them, but was the seat of God, the biggest symbol of their faith. It seemed as if God himself was seated in it. And perhaps this is the reason why it is also called the biggest mystery till date, because no one knows what secrets are hidden in it. Even today, millions of people in the world believe that this ark exists somewhere, and the world can change as soon as it is opened. This is why, when it was opened recently, what happened surprised the entire world. Centuries-old beliefs. The most frightening and mysterious thing about the Ark of the Covenant is that whoever tried to touch it did not survive. For centuries, people have believed that this is not an ordinary box, but a symbol of God's presence and power. And when God's power is so great, how can an ordinary person bear its burden? This is the reason why people used to be very cautious, even when they went around it. Stories even say that when it was taken to the forests after being made, many people walking with Moses accidentally went close to it and fell and died there. One story is very famous that when it was being taken to the Temple of Jerusalem, the balance of the ark got disturbed on the way. A man extended his hand to save it, and as soon as he touched it, he was found dead on the spot. People called it God's curse. Even during the war, when this Ark of the Israelites fell into the hands of their enemies, there was devastation there too. It is said that the entire enemy army fell ill, many people died, and an epidemic spread in the city. Some people returned it out of fear, so that their lives could be saved. People believed that this chest is the house of God, and inside it there is so much divine energy that ordinary humans cannot bear it. This is the reason why only special priests were allowed to lift or touch it. That too only when they have purified themselves. That is why it has been said for centuries that do not tamper with this chest, otherwise whoever touches it without understanding its power, his end is certain. And perhaps this scary belief makes it the biggest mystery and the biggest warning till date. Those who try to find it even today, somewhere in their minds, there is this fear, then how will they face it? This fear and mystery makes it more interesting. How did it disappear from history? Now the biggest question is, how did such a sacred and powerful ark suddenly disappear from history? People keep wondering till date where and why it was hidden. Actually, there is a long and mysterious story hidden behind this too. It is said that when the Israelis built the Temple of God in Jerusalem, this ark was kept there with great respect. This was the same temple which is called the Temple of Solomon. It was kept there for years, and people used to come from far and wide to see it and pray before it. But then with time the circumstances changed. Attacks of external enemies started on Jerusalem. History tells that around 586 BC, the king of Babylonia attacked Jerusalem. He destroyed the city, burnt the temple, and looted every precious thing from there. But at that time, people say that some special priests took the ark out from there to save it. Those people knew that if it fell into the hands of the enemies, then a bigger disaster could befall the city. Now, no one has been able to know till date where those priests hid it. Some people say that it was taken to a dark cave and locked behind the walls. Some believe that it was taken to Ethiopia and kept in an old church there. And some people even say that it is still hidden under the ruins of the Temple of Jerusalem. Actually, this mystery deepens because whoever knew about it at that time was either killed or disappeared. And after that, no one knew where this chest went. Only stories and rumors remained. Even today, many explorers are trying to find it. Everyone wants to show the world that he has discovered the biggest secret. But till date, no one has been able to prove where it is. Perhaps this is why it remains the biggest secret of the world, and people believe that if it is ever found, then the fate of entire humanity will change. Try to find it. Ark of the Covenant means that mysterious chest which people consider to be the house of God's power. Man has never given up the desire to find it. Ever since it disappeared from history, kings, explorers, and scientists from all over the world have been trying to find it. Everyone wants to bring this centuries-old secret to the world. First of all, the same people set out to find it whose heritage it was, the Jews. They believe that this chest is hidden somewhere in their holy city, Jerusalem. Many Jewish scholars excavated the ruins of the temple, broke the walls, dug caves, but nothing was found. After this, the kings of Europe also did not stay behind. When Christianity gained momentum in the Middle Ages, during the Crusades, many warriors vowed to find it. They believed that if they got hold of it, they would become invincible. It is said that some squads searched for it even in Africa, but returned unsuccessful. When the age of archaeology and science arrived in the 19th and 20th centuries, a new hope arose. British and American explorers arrived in Jerusalem with new methods of excavation. They excavated for months in the tunnels and ruins beneath the temple. Many rumors spread that they had found some clues, but no concrete evidence was found. The most popular claim came from Ethiopia. The priest of a church there still says that he has the original ark with him, and he will never show it to anyone. Many foreign explorers reached there, camped outside the church, but they were not even allowed to take a peek inside. To this day, people in different parts of the world are trying to find it in caves, deserts, and ruins. Some say it is hidden in the pyramids of Egypt. Some say it is kept in the basement of the Vatican. But one thing is clear. The more people dream of finding it, the more it has gone out of human hands. And perhaps this is why the Ark of the Covenant remains the biggest mystery and the biggest desire even today. People believe that whoever finds it will create history. How did you get this, after all? For centuries, people kept wandering in search of the answer to this question. Where is this ark? Many times, people felt that they have reached close to it, but every time they returned empty-handed. But recently, news came from a place which created a stir in the whole world. It is said that it was discovered from an old ruin in the Middle East. This place is said to be near Jerusalem, a desolate and deserted place where, even today, many people are afraid to go. There is a whole network of old caves under the ground, which were closed centuries ago. After many months of digging and research, finally, a small crack was found behind an old wall. The atmosphere there was full of fear and surprise at that time. The workers and scientists doing the digging were standing holding their breath. As the wall broke and the door of the cave opened, darkness and a gust of cold air came inside. When the light of the torch was thrown, a big wooden box with a golden layer was kept there. As soon as the ark was seen, the hearts of the people present there started beating loudly. Some people immediately retreated because the same centuries-old, scary things were echoing in their ears that whoever touches it does not survive. But some people gathered courage and moved forward and slowly removed the debris of the cave. At that time, the atmosphere was filled with complete silence. Cameras were turned on. Everyone wanted to capture this historical moment. Fear, reverence, and curiosity were clearly visible in the eyes of the people present there. No one could believe that they had become a part of such a big discovery. It is said that as soon as the ark was shaken slightly, a strange gust of cold wind came inside the cave, and the people present there stood silently. No one could understand what would happen next. It was from this moment that the real mystery began, and the eyes of the whole world were fixed on that ark. Is this really the same Ark of the Covenant? And does the same divine power still exist in it? This question was in everyone's mind. Preparing to open the chest. When finally that mysterious chest was taken out of the cave, the heartbeat of the whole team increased. Now the question was how to open it, because for centuries people had been hearing that even the one who touches it does not remain alive. Therefore, no one wanted to hurry. First, it was kept in a clean and safe place. Police and army personnel were deployed all around so that no stranger could come close. The scientists and archaeologists present there first examined it carefully. The locks and seals around it were checked. Special scanning machines were used to check if there was anything dangerous inside. They also tested heat, radiation, and metal. Everything seemed normal, but fear was still in everyone's hearts. Along with this, a team of religious gurus was also called there. They first sprinkled holy water around the chest and prayed. For some time, the echo of mantras and bhajans kept on being heard there. It seemed as if people were asking God for forgiveness, that He was going to open their house. The atmosphere had become very heavy and mysterious. After all the preparations, the team decided that the box would be opened slowly. They wore gloves and masks. Some people bowed their heads and stood far away. Cameras were installed all around so that every moment could be recorded. When an archaeologist extended his hand for the first time, the people present there started watching with their breath held. A strange cold air was felt in the whole atmosphere. Both fear and hope were clearly visible in everyone's eyes. People felt that if there is really some divine power in it, then who knows what will happen, but still, everyone wanted to know what is hidden in this box that has been closed for centuries. This moment was so special that everyone was thinking that history is going to be written today. And amidst this preparation, there was silence in the whole atmosphere. People were just looking into each other's eyes and thinking, will humans really be able to know the secret of God now? What happened as soon as the box was opened? As soon as all the preparations were completed, and finally the lid of the box was lifted, everyone present there was left breathless. The atmosphere was absolutely silent. People were standing at a distance and just watching what was inside this centuries-old secret. The lid was slowly lifted, and then a light, golden light spread all around. At first glance, no one could understand what it was. Some people stepped back as if they were scared. Some people present there told that as soon as the box opened, They felt a strong gust of cold wind on their face, and along with that wind a strange fragrance also spread, which no one had ever felt before. The eyes of those who were closest to the lid were a little dazzled by the light. When they looked inside, they saw golden and silver-like shining things kept there. At the top, 2 stone tablets were visible, on which something was written in a strange language. Some people were stunned on seeing it and silently stepped back. One man started crying after seeing this. He said that he saw something inside that he had never imagined in his life. Both fear and faith were clearly visible on his face. Some people's bodies started trembling, as if they were feeling that power. Some scientists present there also became completely silent. There was surprise on their faces too. It seemed that they were recording everything, but they themselves were scared that something might go wrong. One man even said that he felt as if someone had said something in a very soft voice in his ears, as if some old secret was being revealed to him. At that moment, everyone present there realized that this was not just a wooden box. There was something in it that was beyond human understanding. Hardly anyone can forget that moment, filled with fear, surprise, and faith. And then the same question arose in everyone's mind: what will happen next? What did you find inside? When the lid of the box was completely removed and people became normal and started looking inside, everyone started looking at each other for a few moments after seeing the scene there. Some people had surprise on their faces, some had fear on their faces, and some people were not able to believe their eyes. The things kept on the top were shining. There were 2 stone tablets kept there, on which something was engraved in a strange language. It is said that these are the same tablets on which God Himself had written the 10 Commandments with His own hands. The surface of those tablets was emitting a light golden light, as if some supernatural power still had the effect on them. Apart from this, some small objects made of metals like gold and silver were kept in the corners of the box. Some people say that they were old religious symbols, which were specially made for the worship of God. They had fine carvings and small gems embedded in them. The strangest thing that was kept there was something like a small golden pot. Some scholars said that it was a vessel of manna, the same divine food that God fed His people in the forests. But even after seeing all this, people were not completely satisfied. Many people standing there said that they felt as if there was something else inside the box, which could not be seen, but could be felt. As if some invisible power was present there, which was watching everyone. Some people even started saying that there was such an energy inside which is difficult to describe in words. As soon as one stood there, the body would become slightly numb and the mind would become calm. It seemed as if there was some divine presence there. And this was the reason that every person standing there had a strange mixed feeling of both fear and reverence in his mind. People just kept wondering whether this mystery was worth understanding by humans or not. Every piece kept inside was telling a new story, a story which was still not complete. Public reaction and chaos. As soon as the lid of the box opened completely, and the things kept inside were exposed to everyone, the atmosphere there changed completely. The people who were eagerly recording with cameras till a while ago, fear was clearly visible in their eyes. Some people even moved back and went outside the cave. First of all, the faces of some workers and employees standing nearby turned pale. One of them suddenly started trembling and sat down on the ground. There was sweat on his forehead and fear in his eyes. He said nervously that he felt as if someone was watching him. Then, another person who was very close. As soon as he bent down and looked inside, his hands and legs became numb and he fell on the ground. People got scared, wondering what happened to him. Doctors immediately took him out and examined him. It was said that his heartbeat was very fast and he had fainted. The atmosphere became so heavy that some scientists decided to stop work and leave from there. No one had the courage to stand near the box for long. People were looking at each other with nervous eyes as if something untoward was about to happen. Some people standing there started crying silently. There was fear as well as reverence on their faces. An old man kept standing with his head bowed while praying repeatedly. He said that he could still feel that some power was present there. The voices of some media reporters who were shooting live were also trembling. A female reporter said that she felt as if the air there had become heavy. It was becoming difficult to breathe. Some people were silently signaling each other to close it and put it back. There was chaos. People started running out, and those who were standing outside were also avoiding looking inside due to fear. This was such a moment when everyone understood that they were not seeing any ordinary thing. The same question was going on in the mind of every person present there. Has man crossed any limit, and will we have to face its consequences? There was such a strange mixed feeling of fear, restlessness, and mystery in the atmosphere, which was difficult to describe in words. Was the truth hidden? What the people present there saw and felt after the ark was opened was truly astonishing. But as quickly as that scene came in front of everyone, it was also covered up just as quickly. It is said that the government officials present on the spot and the representatives of some big religious organizations immediately took the situation in their hands. The footage of all the cameras installed there was immediately seized. The recording of some media reporters who were doing live reporting was also stopped. The people standing outside were just told that something was found inside, but no more information was given. It is also said that the people who saw the ark from the closest were made to sign a confidential document. This means that now those people cannot tell anyone anything about that secret. Some people even started saying that the workers who had peeked inside were quietly removed from there, and then no one knew where those people went. Actually, both the government and the religious organization knew that if that truth came out in front of the whole world, there would be chaos in the world, people would get scared, rumors would spread, and maybe there would be conflict among religions as well. So they decided that it is better to hide this secret from the common people for the time being. Now the box was packed again and sent to a secret place. No one knows where it is kept now. Some people say that it has been taken to some underground government base, while some say that it has been kept in the basement of the Vatican. Climax and questions. Now the biggest question is whether we should have tampered with such mysteries. Was it right to open up something that was considered God's house for centuries in the name of human curiosity? Some people believe that this was a boon for humanity because it shows that God and His power really exist among us. But many people also believe that it was man's arrogance that led him to places where he should not have gone. At the end of the day, some questions still remain before us. If this was really God's power, will tampering with it prove to be a curse for us? And will we humans now suffer the consequences of our own actions? Or will this open a new door to our understanding? And now I want to ask you the same question. Do you think we should open up such supernatural mysteries? Is this good for humanity, or should we let them remain a mystery? Please share your opinion in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such shocking secrets and stories, so that next time when such a secret is revealed, it reaches you first.